The night had already sealed their fates. Hua Yong hovered over Sheng Shaoyou, who was trembling and feverish, his body weak from exhaustion. In the quiet darkness, the act had been completed. Hua Yong had marked him, claiming him forever. And in doing so, Sheng Shaoyou had been impregnated. The consequences of that single act stretched far beyond the present moment, intertwining their destinies in ways neither could escape. Hua Yong's voice was low, almost a whisper, quivering with a mixture of madness, devotion, and desire. I had no choice. I had to mark you to save your life. Forgive me, Mr. Sheng. If you don't, I might lose myself entirely. As he spoke, he leaned close and gently but firmly bit into Sheng Shaoyou's gland, letting his teeth draw in just enough to convey possession without causing harm. The moment their blood mingled, the room seemed to hold its breath. A wave of foreign pheromones surged through Sheng Shaoyou's body, a potent, intoxicating mark that no alpha was meant to bear so completely. His veins throbbed, his muscles tingled, and a soft, almost inaudible moan escaped his lips as a brilliant white orchid bloomed on the back of his neck. It was a ghost orchid, so rare that most had only ever heard of it in legends. Its petals glowed faintly in the dim light, twisting delicately as if alive, releasing a scent unlike any other, cool, sweet, intoxicating. This orchid, once worth millions, now existed only as a symbol of the impossible bond between them. Hua Yong's pupils contracted with excitement and nervous anticipation. For the first time, he felt an indescribable satisfaction, the kind that made him feel as though he could forgive every debt, release every grudge, and yet still hold this one man entirely in his grasp. Mr. Sheng, you cannot run anymore. You are mine, now and forever, he thought fiercely. Sheng Shaoyou's body trembled under the flood of pheromones. Fever burned his skin, clouded his mind, and left him staggering between delirium and submission. He slumped onto the soft hotel bed, incapable of coherent thought, yet instinctively aware that the man before him was the only source of relief in a world that suddenly seemed aflame. Hua Yong's presence was a refuge, a spring of water in a desert of overwhelming heat. Every touch, every whisper, every careful motion pulled Sheng Shaoyou closer to surrender. Lowering his head, Hua Yong pressed his lips to Sheng Shaoyou's, first tenderly, then with a growing hunger. There was pure love in his gaze, but also an edge of madness, a desire so sharp it could cut through reason. Sheng Shaoyou, despite his own confusion, opened his arms, embracing the kiss with a mix of hesitation and willingness. His body burned with need, his breath was ragged, and he clung to Hua Yong's shoulders as if letting go would mean losing the world. The orchid scent that clung to them intensified, wrapping around them like a silken shroud. Desire eclipsed thought. Their lips moved together, their bodies pressed as closely as possible, and the heat between them seemed almost unbearable. Hua Yong's hands traced the contours of Sheng Shaoyou's back, memorizing every curve, every tense muscle, every subtle tremor that betrayed his fevered state. Each motion carried both a claim and a promise. You are mine, wholly and without compromise. But then, as Sheng Shaoyou's senses were consumed, the kiss paused. Hua Yong's hand gently but firmly clamped under his chin, tilting his flushed face upward. His eyes, calm yet almost cruel, locked onto Sheng Shaoyou's misty gaze. Look at me and think carefully, Shaoyou. Who am I? Do you truly want this? Sheng Shaoyou's chest heaved as he tried to gather his scattered thoughts. His lips parted, voice hoarse and unsteady. You're Hua Yong. A soft but firm affirmation followed. Yes, it's me. Tell me, do you like me? Sheng Shaoyou hesitated for only a moment before speaking the truth he had tried to hide for years. You're so annoying. I hate liars and lunatics, but I like you. Very much. Hua Yong for me. He did not finish, for Hua Yong pressed his lips against his again, hungry and greedy, claiming every word, every heartbeat, every inch of space between them. In that instant, Hua Yong's soul felt both conquered and whole. He had always sought victory, power, and control. He had built empires and ruled over countless lives, yet nothing had ever given him the thrill, the agony, the profound satisfaction of possessing this one man's heart. Wealth, influence, titles, all faded to insignificance in the presence of Sheng Shaoyu's surrendered body, fevered gaze, and whispered admissions of love. The bitten gland glowed faintly, sending waves of bitter, orange wine-like pheromones into the room. Sheng Shaoyou leaned closer, pressing gentle, fevered kisses to Hua Yong's throat, tracing the pulse beneath the skin. The bond was permanent, irreversible, and both terrifying and exquisite in its intensity. Hua Yong's hands shook, his heart raced, and every ounce of restraint he had clung to dissolved in the overwhelming need to claim, protect, and cherish his alpha. Xiaoyu's broad shoulders and narrow waist gleamed in the soft lighting, muscles tense yet pliant, every line and curve a map of his power and vulnerability. Hua Yong's eyes darkened, drinking in every detail, memorizing the shape and warmth of the man who had made him weak yet utterly alive. Each kiss, each touch, each shared breath was instinctual, a communication that needed no words. They were two halves of a whole, lost in a night that seemed to stretch into eternity. And yet, amidst the fever and fervor, there was clarity. Hua Yong's hand brushed against Sheng Shaoyu's cheek, tilting his head slightly. "Do you understand, Shaoyu? You are mine. Completely. No one else can have you. No one else can touch you." Shaoyu gasped, trying to retreat, but found himself enveloped in Hua Yong's arms, held so tightly it was almost suffocating. His mind screamed for relief, but his heart had already surrendered. "Enough. Enough," he murmured hoarsely. But Hua Yong's response was a whispered promise, not a demand. "There is never enough of you. Only more to love, to hold, to protect." In that embrace, the world outside ceased to exist. Hua Yong's devotion, fierce and unyielding, held Sheng Shaoyu in a cocoon of warmth, strength, and unshakable certainty. As the room settled into quiet intimacy, Hua Yong pressed his face against Sheng Shaoyu's shoulder, whispering with trembling conviction, "You're mine. Always. No one will ever take you from me." Sheng Shaoyu closed his eyes, surrendering fully. Despite everything, madness, fever, and overwhelming pheromones, he understood that this bond was unbreakable. They had crossed the threshold from desire into destiny, from claim into love. If you were captivated by Hua Yong and Sheng Shaoyu's journey, make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell so you never miss the next chapter.